explain for your website, and then how to add on one by one. Okay, so we need to work with the front end, back end. Your back end so good. We need to have the account and so on. So that's why for today we need to have an entire DF, which we will have a simple connection from the front end, and we use a very simple JavaScript how to call back from our front end, from the front end to the back end, and how to retrieve the data from the back end. So the purpose for today, we wanted to have a simple front end code. So that's why I will cover Express and HTML. So Solidity already have, we cover MetaMask already know. So we are moving on this part. Okay. So from here, before we learn how to deploy the DF using a Truffle. So today I'm still teaching you how to deploy a DF. We need to have this particular account address. Okay, we need to have an account address and the API. So in the very beginning, I said that the API and the account address are very important for the front end to link it back to your back end. Okay, so that's why today I'm not using a Truffle to do deployment. I'm still using a remix. So last few weeks, you understand that we are using the I tested for you and I'm demo for you that we are using a remix, then link it to our testnet, which will be our Symphonia testnet. But from there, we don't have a front end yet. So today we do a front end, and our linking will be using this particular Ganesh. Okay, I'm not using testnet account because testnet account is only got one for us. For us, we only got one account inside. Our money is not enough to do testing, and only one account is not enough to testing different roles, different entity, and so on. So that's why we need to have a more account for doing a testing for our program. So that's why what we need to do for today is that before we learn how to deploy our DF using a Truffle, we learn how to how to create the index.html page, and then after we create the index.html page, we need to have a server. Okay, we need to have a server, which is a. Is there any trouble why we need to have a server? This server is a front end server, not our back end. Okay, this is a front end server, the server script. We need to run a server script. Okay, so we need to have a Node.js Express package. So after we have the server script from the front end, only then inside our index.html, we need to connect our MetaMask. So we need to write our code. Okay, write a code. The code will allow. We write a code inside our index.html file to connect to our MetaMask to retrieve the account that we're using. Okay, as I said, today we are using Ganesh. Our Ganesh for the account. We are not using the remix account. We are not using our real account in a Symphonia testnet. Okay? So after this, we do some of the JavaScript function in the index.html. Okay. So then after that, we connect our smart contract to the front end using a remix for deploy and also the Ganesh for network. So we're still using the remix for deployment. We are using remix to do deployment to get our contract address, to get our API. So we are not using Truffle, we're using Ganesh from this exercise. So then also the account from the Ganesh for the network. Then we can go and read our data from the contract and display the data on our front end in the index.html. So entire of this exercise, we only got index.html. So now make sure you have this file. make sure you already have this PowerPoint slide, okay, and this one is in your things. Now, first of all, what we need to do here is we need to create our project folder, and then we need to install our expression package inside our folder there to make sure we have the server, okay, to write our server script, okay. So that's why we need to have to install the express package using the command npm install express dash, okay, dash space dash shift over there. So now, first of all, please let everyone follow. You skip one step, you may not able to know how to do it. I want everyone follow. Okay? So first of all, at your desktop over here, okay, at your desktop over here, we create a project. Okay? So project, for example, okay. Okay, or maybe I put not so product project okay. So and the project name I said product project, okay, product project. So from this part, I need to go for the disk because when I do installation, I need to make sure my expression is here. Okay, so that's why I'm going to copy my link, copy my this particular path name over here. I come to the command prompt. Okay, so I'm going to change. Let me go and change the color first, else you will see that it's hard to read. Yeah. So that's why I'm going to change my directory. I come to over this side. Okay. So this is the first step. So next one, we need to have the npm install, as the slide over here mentioned, npm install express space dash save. Okay. Okay. So you need to have this command. So very fast one. Okay, now you can see that they already done the installations. He said that have been added a 58 package and audit from that. Okay, so fine. So even though over here it mentioned new major versions of npm, or you can say npm available on 10.0.0 already. So if you wanted to upgrade your npm install, you can update it. Maybe based on this comment, I go and update it. I update the npm install because our PC is not the we have a protected card. Even though today I install, next week you come back over here, he's still saying that you are old versions. So that's why I'm going to update my npm install. Okay, to make sure I have 10.0.0. Okay, now I go for that. Okay. Fine. So note require action npm versions and so on. So not start. So never mind. So if we have some error over there, we don't care about that first. So we focus on back to our file. So you can see that under the product project, when you are using npm install express space dash, you have this package. The JSON file is there. Okay, this is for front end. It's not for back end. We are go and prepare for our front end. So you are not. You said, Mitchell, I'm not using Express. I'm using React.js and so on. Yes, up to you. Okay. So I'm started to teach you the basic one. This is the most simple one to can allow your front end to communicate with your back end using express method. So after we have this, then we need to open our this project, okay? Because we do coding for front end already, so I cannot continue using a remix already. Get me now? So I need to go and using Visual Studio Code. So I need to open my folder in the Visual Studio Code. Okay, so only then I can add in my index.html, then I can add in my server script. Get what I mean? So for those is late one, follow the step one and finish the step one. We are continue for step number 2 already. So that's why over here I'm going to open my project and say that go and open. Okay, open with code should be the expression. Okay, so over here Visual Studio Code. Okay, so let me go and change the color to be a brighter one, else it's very hard to go and see my code. So I change my theme color to become a brighter. Okay, so now as you can see that I already opened my project. So this is all the modules, okay, all the things that need for the front end, the Node module. We don't care because this one already installed by the Express, okay, the library that need to have, okay. So this one, okay, this is the product name, the front end JSON, okay, the JSON package and so on. So now we wanted to have we need to have a new file, okay. We need to have a 2 file. First one, usually your home page, we call it as the index.html. Am I right? So this is the home page that you need to have. Okay? Create your index.html and also a server script, server.js. New file. Okay? Server.js. Anyone? Cannot get it? Got a problem to come over this side? Please raise up your hands. Only I know whether you need my hands or not. I say everyone also need to do it, else you will know what I'm talking about. Okay? I'm not only asking you copy and paste, but you need to know entire process. Because you need to create a folder first. Do you create a folder? This one or this is A. This is your folder lah. You need to open from there, not from the new one. So you open from editor, not right lah. So you need to open from the project. That's what I'm right. A from here. I need to have all this package already. You know what I mean? Okay, so only here you go and create a HTML and Java server script. HTML page and server script. From here you create two files. Another one will be the server script. Okay. So now what you are doing over here will be on your front end. So I'm teaching you from the very basic front end and how to link it back to our back end. Okay. So okay. So yes, so most of you already have it for that. So now, what we need, okay, your HTML and your server script is empty one, okay? So now, so this is what we said you need to come to go. So over this side, I got two parts of the HTML code, okay? Below code is to create a simple HTML. So you copy the part 1, after that you copy a part 2. Then I explain to you why I need this, okay? From that. So that's why I said you need to have these two files, okay? I don't have time to ask you to key in the HTML file line by line, okay? So that's why over here, but you have learned HTML before, you should know how to read the code, okay? So then after I copy the part 1, then I'm going to copy for the part 2. As you can see under my HTML file over here, I don't include any JavaScript yet. So I do not include any JavaScript. So I'm going to see first. So now, as you go and look at this particular HTML file, as you can see that my header, under my header section, header tag, I got a title called MetaMask connection. Okay. After that, over here I got this embed CSS. The embed CSS, I said that I want to have the color for the body, then our button color when my mouse hover to the button, so the button will change the color. So this is the embed CSS, you should know that, okay? So after this, you can have a look over this side. I got a 3 button. Okay? One button called Connect MetaMask. Second button is Connect to Smart Contract. Third button is Get Data from Contract. So as you can see, all these buttons, I have the click. I will allow to click on that, and you will go and call the function JavaScript. Okay? The button, when I click on the button will call the JavaScript. As you can see that over here, I'm not define my JavaScript yet. I just define the function name called access to MetaMask function. Okay, access to contract functions and read from contract. So the user need to click, only he can comment it. So the thing is, I wanted to demo for you, okay, step by step. Which one we need to do first? Okay, we need to connect to the MetaMask, only we can connect to the smart contract. After connect to the smart contract, only we can retrieve the data from the contract. And you can see over here, this paragraph here, okay? You can see that each of the, when I connect to the MetaMask, I got the paragraph, P tag paragraph, and here I got the ID. I'm using this ID called account area, so to do get element by ID HTML to dump in to display the message over here when that is executed successfully. So over here you can see my paragraph here is empty. Okay. Same thing from connect to the contract. So I also got paragraph called contract area here inside the paragraph is empty. Okay. So then come to when under this button sections over here, read from the contract over here, under this line here, I have the ID called owner product, then I got the data area 0, data area 1, data area 2. So I got the ID name. I'm using the ID to refer each of the paragraph. So then, sorry, I should have 4 buttons. The last button here is buy product. Buy buyer buy product function. So I have a buy product over here. So the intention from this one, my back-end code, my sol file, my Solidity smart contract file is, I got the product, I got one house over there. I already set the price, how much of that. Okay, so depends on, you can update the product. Okay, you can update the product. After that, you can buy the product. You can retrieve the data, the product information from the back end. So this is the things that we can go and retrieve the data. We can go and buy the product from this. Okay, so no JavaScript yet, but I got a function. I already defined the function name, so easily for you to know where I'm called. Where I'm going to call, okay, to my JavaScript from that. So now, moving to this part. So for those who are late, I'm so sorry, I can't wait for you. Okay, I need to move on. Okay, so now, step number 3 is we need to have a server script. So in this case, how to write our server script? We just wanted to look for our file and listen to have this front end server and look for our 172.0.0.1. So we need to make our PC itself as a front end server. So that's why over this side we are using the loopback address with the port number 5000 from that. So after you code your server script, then you need to test whether your HTML, your index.html can be called or linked to the Express server using the command called nodeserver.js in the command line, and then open the browser to key in your localhost address and so on. So what does this mean here is you come to this side, copy this code. Copy this code first. Okay. So then you come back to your server under your this particular Visual Studio Code. Look for your server script over here. Your server script over here is empty, so that's why you paste it over this side. So the thing is now you can see that I will have not more than 11 line, not more than 11 line over here. I don't write a very complicated server script from the front end. So my JavaScript all inside the HTML. My server script is only call and allow him to display, allow the server to display my page only. Okay, and execute all the things it will be from the JavaScript and the HTML file. So as I said just now, you already install the Express package. Over here, you are required to look for an Express package, and then you want to set the path, because you need to go and make your desktop to become a server to look back. So that's why you need to have the app. App is a global object. Okay, global object which we are required to go and look for the file based on your directory and look for your index.html. So from here, I'm going to listen. This is I'm defining 5000. You said, Nisha, I don't want to have 5000. Can I have a 3000 or not? Up to you. You can change your object to listen to the port number. And remember, we are using 127.0.0 because we make our server. We look back our server. We're using the loopback address 127.0.0, and we're going to open my port. Okay, the server address that have been defined. Okay, and the port number. So I'm setting this one. Respond this res.send file. I wanted to ask the server to look for the index.html. Look for this file to execute this file as a starting file. Okay. So as you can see, I'm copying. Make sure you shift, Control Shift, because at the top here, I'm still got a one bullet, dark color bullet over there. It means that my file is not saved. Make sure you save your file. So next thing I want you to pay attention is this symbol, the symbol over here and the symbol here is the double quotation and this is not the single quotation. This symbol is referred to your symbol at your tag over here, over this side, this symbol. So make sure always make mistake one. I always will talk that one is a single quotation, that is not a single quotation. Okay, to avoid your mistake. So I'm saved the file already. So now what we need to do over here is we wanted to come back to our this side. We need to test our server script whether can successfully call to our index.html or not. Okay? Get me now? I wanted to check whether this server script can able to call this index.html or not. Okay? So from here, I will go from this side. Make sure you're at the correct product. Remember, you're at the product project folder. You did install your Express package over there. So that's why over here you call your server at this side. Okay? So the command will be using node server.js. Using this command. Node server. Okay? Your server script name server.js. Okay? Asking to execute. Okay? So as you can see, based on port is open on 5000, why you have this particular message is because over here you mentioned you wanted to display the console log. The message that you wanted to display is the port is open on 5000. You wanted to let people know which port, okay, which port will be used to run your this index.html. So that's why over this side you go for your browser. Okay? Go for your browser. Okay? So now go to here, you go to have a 127.0.0.1 double colon 5000. So you want to see your page. Okay? So after you've done this, you can see that you can see this your page. This is a design. Okay? Anyone cannot get it? Okay? So all here no function yet. I create it no function because you only make sure your server script can display your HTML page. Anyone got problem? Those who come earlier one. Get the page now. Okay, you can get you go back already So yeah. How about that? You get that You follow the step. So those who are late one, you follow your friend, okay? Look around, okay? I can't go back, okay? We are in somewhere already, So you need to follow the step. So after you can see that the connection is okay, your server and your index.html file, you can retrieve it. Why I need to do so is because later on, you can able to call, okay, your server script. I need to have the loopback address, your local host, because your MetaMask is look for your local host, okay? So now, after you tested this one, okay, for those come on time one, how about your cannot? You also cannot. So now, what I need to move on is, then as I said, the port number you can give any number you want. Okay, but the loopback address already fixed for you. If you learn network address, networking subject, you know that is a loopback address for your PC. Now, come to over here, you see that we need to add in the JavaScript to connect to our MetaMask. The first step, okay, the first button that you have it over here. Okay, you want to make this one connect to the MetaMask. So in here, over this side, here will be the code. You copy first. Later on, I will going to tell you why we do so. Okay. So after tested, the index.html can link to the Express server. So we need to add the JavaScript to connect to the MetaMask. So then you can test the server again to run your Node.js or server.js again and click on the buttons. Okay, connect MetaMask button again, see whether you can log into your MetaMask at your web server to display your first account over there or not. Okay, so now over this side. Now, before we move on from this one, you are required to have hold on first. So from here, I need to stop the server first. Control C. Okay, you use Control C to stop your server. Okay, then we go and do our front our coding now. So now from here, make our life easy. We come back to over here to copy this file first. This part number 1. We copy part number 1 from here. Okay, copy this and then we paste it to our index.html, not server. Server done already, no more. Nothing can edit from our server script, no more. Okay, we go to focus back to our index.html file over this side. Then under we put on our where we want to put over here. Okay, so I put at the bottom my server script right at the bottom but still within the body and HTML tag. So within the closing tag for the body and closing tag for the HTML. So now let me explain this JavaScript. Okay. So first of all, you can see that let count over here. This count is a variable. It's a one variable. My variable is not an array, normal variable only. So from here, const access to MetaMask. This is a function name. This is a function name. You can see access to MetaMask. Actually, this function is referred to where? Refer to this one. Access to MetaMask. Exactly the same title. Okay? Hope you understand that why I put access to MetaMask, because I'm defining the function name. Okay? So I'm doing the synchronize. Okay? Sync over that. So first thing is when we wanted to access to the MetaMask when I click on the button, I want this button to link back to my MetaMask. So my MetaMask must have this particular Windows, okay, .ethereum. Window dot Ethereum, this Ethereum is one of the rivalry. Okay? If this using the window dot Ethereum is not equal to undefined, we don't have this. So then we are using for this particular await Ethereum. So we need to look for the Ethereum request and looking for the method. Look for this particular either request account, then request, we look for the account from here. I minimize it. Okay? For the request for the method to look for the request account, that which one I need to change or not? Everything no need to change, okay? Everything are the same. These few lines are the same, except you change your function name if you wanted to edit. And you can see your MetaMask account can be many accounts. When you log into your MetaMask, you can import many accounts inside your MetaMask. But the first account, because one of the MetaMask, your MetaMask, only one account is the active account. Get me not? It's an active account. So the active account will be the array of 0. So I want to display the active account in the account number there, under the account assigned there. Why I need to have this variable? Because I wanted to have a document. This one you understand. I'm using document dot get element by ID. The account area over there, I need to go have the inner dot HTML. I want to display the account that is active one and display it onto my this particular space under the paragraph. So my paragraph over this side, I will have this account area. So you will go and display your account, which account that is currently active are using in your MetaMask. Okay, so that is the purpose that I use array index 0. Okay, so you can have many. So I'm shift over here. Okay, I'm shift. So I want to tell you here, if I'm going to run it, my MetaMask, first thing, I'm not logged into my MetaMask. Second thing, my MetaMask inside no account yet. So I need to go and look for the account, which account that I wanted to use. I wanted to use Ganesh. So that's why I need to open the Ganesh. I want to have my backend code. So I need to have a Ganesh account to be imported into the MetaMask. So quite a lot of things we need to go and do it. So that's why over here, now you can have a look over there. I go back after I shift. Remember, I already shift my file. I already shift. So then I come to over this side. I'm going to run the server script again. I let you see the problem over there. So now, open. So now I'm coming back to my browser. I refresh it again. So I click the MetaMask. This is what will be come up. Can see it now? Okay now, can see just now I refresh it. So I connect to the MetaMask, then it come up this import your MetaMask account, because you know that inside no account yet. That's why he come up this one, ask you to import your wallet and so on and so forth. Okay? Okay, I did. So now what I need to do now over this side is I need to have a Ganesh. Okay? So I'm not using truffle. Does not mean that every time must be Ganesh with a truffle. Today we are using Ganesh with the remix. Our source file is still in the remix. Okay? So that's why over here I'm going to have a Ganesh over this side. Okay? That need time to open the Ganesh, because you need to generate. So once you open the Ganesh over here, here got 2 buttons, but now we have a project already. Okay, too easy to retrieve our project content. We go and using this new workspace, okay, over here. Hold on, quick start also can. Okay. We need to have account only. Okay, now why I change? You can see over here, if I just now I click on the second button, when I click on the second button, it means that I need to have run for my travel project. But now, as I said, I'm not creating on a travel project. I'm not using travel to deploy my source file. I'm not using travel to deploy my contract file. I'm still using my remix. Okay? I'm still using my remix. So that's why over here I'm cancel first. Okay? I'm using this quick start. Why I'm using quick start is first, over here I'm not using travel. That's why I cannot use this button. I'm using quick start is because I just need to have the account only. I need to have an EOA account. Okay? So I'm using the quick start. So after quick start immediately given you a lot of addresses. So this is quite similar to what we have in the remix. So now we need to go and import this particular our EOA account inside our MetaMask. Okay, so we have this. So now what we need to do here is we go and import the existing wallet. Okay, agree? So now it said that go and paste your content over here. Sorry, because of this is a, hold on. So now, no matter how, you need to import your first account first, your actual account. You go and import this because this is a child secret recovery phase. You cannot go and up there or not, got or not?
Yeah. And the money. It's on top of address.
On the top of.
Yeah. For 12 words.
It's
in the middle there, in between the address and the.
Okay, thank you. Okay, over here, mnemonic, the child secret recovery phase from here. Okay, so copy this. Maybe your side, is your number and my number different, am I right? Different, Thank you. Okay, so we paste over here. So we paste inside. So any name you want. Remove. Okay, now under this, let us have a look. Connect. So now the first account that we have is this one. We already input the first account over there. Okay, so I think that is only input one account. Only one account. Okay, this account. And now you are going to see that initial. Definitely it's a zero either because we are using the Ethereum mainnet. We need to create our own local testnet. Okay, our local testnet over there. Okay, so now we go and import more account first. This is the first account. This is the first account. Just now you memory that you go and copy the first account address and put in over here. We go and input the second account also. Okay, we go and input the account, import. So same thing for the input account over here, you come to the MetaMask here, this is the account. So actually, here for index 0, account 1 actually is the index 0 address. So account 2 is the index 1 address. here got your private key over this side on your rightmost. You copy this.
It's actually.
Can I?
You can just create an account.
Got it?
Yeah.
Already in.
The MetaMask page.
Oh,
You can just create an account.
it's the same with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So mean that you directly retrieve over here, no need to import.
Yeah.
Okay. So your friend is either you can copy from this key, you can copy this private key over here, copy. Okay, and copy here, and then you paste on your MetaMask. As your friend said that you can do that, paste it over here and do import. Okay, or your friends mentioned the second method over here. They have an option over here called create account. You see that when you create account, now I got index 0, index 1, and if I go to create account, your friend mentioned them that because of we already go and have the memory there, and when we create the account, we will go to, let's say account 3, by default account 3, the address over here, this address, the account number 3 here, so account 2, let me go. Yeah, account 2 and account 3 I think will be the same. Let me see. Because what I'm using import. So that's why account 2 and account 3 are the same account already. So if you're using import, means that every time you need to use the import. Else you are going to use the, just now I'm mentioning the create account. Can see or not? What is the problem now? What is the problem now that I'm showing to you here? Because just now I'm using the import method. Okay, I said the import account. Then I copy the private address of the account 2 and import. So this is what I'm usually using. And your friends are encountered that actually we can use create account. If I go to create account, create a button, he also will go to retrieve your account from your Ganesh and add it, your account inside the MetaMask. So when he go and add it, right, you will find that account 2 and account 2 got 2 names, and both account also have the same address. So that is the redundant. You know what I mean? So if you want to make your life easy, you just create account. It's much more simple. Okay? So import account to copy and paste the private key. Okay? So that's why I'm going to delete my account 2 because I don't want to have a redundant account. Okay, I go and click my, where is my, I don't, how to delete already? My account seem like this kind of account cannot be deleted. Okay, never mind first, okay? So I'm going to create another account number 3 first, by default. Okay, so that's how the order. So here I got 2 account 2 redundant one. Never mind. So we move on. Can I move on? Okay, what I'm doing or not? As long as you inside your MetaMask got 2 accounts. You want to have one is a buyer, one is a buyer, one is a seller. You need this. Okay? You need this. So that's why I come back to here. So I'm going to refresh my this page again. I already have the account, and currently you can see that over this side I'm going to create the connect MetaMask. From here, you see that which account you wanted to connect. So I want to have a connect using the account 1. Okay, I press next button, press connect. So you can see they can retrieve your account over that side. So from here, you still not book with your contract yet. Okay, so this is why I'm saying I'm using the array to the array index 0. So the address is the first address, this address. Okay, this address. FE80, let me see, correct or not my address, I'm connected by using the account 3, okay? So that's why if I go and switch my account, account 1, I go to the account 1, so I connect to the address again, you can see they are able to refresh your account. They can able, but it's not user friendly, you need to click only, you can refresh it. So, or you refresh by using your button. So this is a part. So now, after done this, I hope you get idea how to do connection from this part. Okay? This is, you need to have an account, and your MetaMask account got many. So you will go and display the first account. You go and get the first account address, and then you're using document.getElement by ID. So I got the P tag. The P tag over there, I got the ID called account area. Then I'm using inner.html to display my account on that P tag. So finish this one, then we're moving on the next one, which we connect to our smart contract. So to connect to our smart contract, definitely I need to have the source file. I give source file, not? Yeah, I didn't give source file. Okay, now the source file over here, let's see, I got any source file or not? I didn't give complete file name for what I. So now, looking at this side, what I need to here, I need to come for the remix dot ethereum .org. Okay, because you need to have a source file. Okay? As I said, we need to using this one. So over this one, I'm using the light one from here. So now, from this one, I wanted to have one called product.source. Okay, product.source. So where is my code? I think this morning I just added the file for you. You go back to your Google Classroom. You log into your Google Classroom. Under your Google Classroom, my dear, come to your site over here under your classwork. You look for your practical material. This morning, I only updated this lab 8.1 notes over there. Okay, what you need, okay, I give you the complete file. Okay. So I want you to copy your last part under your code for product.source. Okay? So we don't have time to code it. You go and drag to the last page of your this file. Okay? Code for a product.source file over here. You copy and you see you paste it over here. So as you can see, the purpose of this source file here, okay? So no error because I'm quoting at the latest version. So then I said I got the product name called Child House, and the product price, the price of this product is 10 either I define. So I'm hard code inside, I said that I got price, but don't worry, I also have the set product. Okay, I can update the product information, but over here I only got one product to sell only. Okay, so I set the price of the product is 10 either. So then I make the owner address will be the payable address, because we later on we need to transfer the money to the owner. So when I'm using the constructor, I'm going to have this I will have this payable address. I make the address to become the owner who are using to deploy the contract to become an owner. After that, I will have the address payable public buyer. So I will also got another state variable called buyer, which is used to indicate who is the buyer. One is the seller, this is the owner, one is the buyer. So I will have the function called get initial product, which I'm going to retrieve. You can see that I'm going to retrieve the data. So I'm not using event handler, event listener over here. So because using the event, you need to write it into the server script. So I don't write in a server script, I write it onto my HTML to return my data back to the front end, because I'm calling the back end inside the HTML file using a JavaScript, not inside the server script. So then I also have a set the product. I also can set the product, make sure the product got data, make sure the price got data. So then I'm going to set the product, who is the buyer, who is the owner of this product. Then after that, I got a function called buy product. So over here, I'm using the transfer method to transfer the money, which I need to prepare for the receiver to the need to pay from the owner to the receiver there. Okay, so this is the part over there. So basically this is the three functions inside my backend code. Now remember, we need to have a contract address, and over here we need to have the address. You can see contract, you need to have an address. Now we are not using the remix account anymore, my dear. We are not using the remix version. We are not using the remix virtual machine from Shanghai. We are using our Ganesh, okay, because we wanted to see the connection. Okay, so that's why over here you go and go down. You look at over here. This one, DX Ganesh provider. Okay, using this DX Ganesh provider. Okay. So now, after you have the Ganesh provider, they were asking you to define the Ganesh, okay, JSON RPC endpoint. Okay. So now this one don't click OK first, because we need to modify. Why we need to modify? You look at your Ganesh. Your Ganesh, what is the code? RPC server is 172.0.0.1 column. What is the port number? Port number is 7545, not 8545. Okay? So that's why we need to edit our RPC number, our port number there. Okay? We cannot directly just click OK. Once you click OK, you cannot connect back to your next one. So you need to have a 7545. Okay? Press OK. So now after you've done this one, you can see the custom for your Ganesh account is this one. Okay? From here. So all these numbers are 100 either all these address are from your Ganesh one. Okay? So why we need to have, because we need to go and do deployment from that also. Okay? Okay? Are you follow for that? Still can follow? I already done from this part. This is the step number 5. we go and set the environment to the Ganesh and add the Ganesh network into the MetaMask. I only set the environment only inside the remix. I'm not yet set the MetaMask at your Ganesh network as a local host, as a local network, local testnet. So that's why we need to go for our MetaMask and go and add in our local network, our local test network over there, and our change ID is 51337, or if you are using the hexadecimal value is 539, okay, 1337. So what I'm going to do here, after I'm done for the Ganesh, as you can see, I copy the product source file. I'm going to set the environment at the Ganesh, Ganesh environment at the remix over there. So then the next thing that I need to move on is I need to come back to my MetaMask. Okay, my MetaMask, as you can see, all here you have the mainnet. Your testnet not open. Now we are not using your Synchronial testnet, other testnet we are no. We are using our local testnet. So that's why we need to add the network. Okay? That's why we need to add the network. Okay? If you are not adding that, means how why I need to add the network not. If you are not at your network, you can see you already get the account. You have the account address, but your money is 0 either. You don't have the 100 either for you to do testing. Get what I mean or not? So we need to have the correct network. Okay? So this account is from the Ganesh local testnet. So that's why we need to add on our local testnet. So we add the network, then come to over here, we go add the menu, we add the network manually from here. So then you give your network name, so maybe you say that Ganesh, okay, up to you lah, net, okay, Ganesh net, okay. So what is the RPC? RPC is 127, based on here, 127.127.0.0.0 and column 7545. Okay, so you copy the entire of this. Okay, so the RPC actually already given over here, already telling you. Okay, over this side. So you add in. Okay. So must be have a HTTP one. Okay, must be have a HTTP. Okay. Double slash, then the change ID is 1337. Why is 1337? Oh, must be using that. So 1337 for that. So after the change ID, so the rest you want to put either up to you lah. So we don't have a block explorer URL, but this one we don't have. Okay, so we save. So he will say that admission, what is the error? This change ID is current use because we have one local host inside our MetaMask over there. We have one local host is 8545. 8545 is the addition why we have 8545. 8545 is a standard local testnet. Okay, so that's why he also, as long as it's a testnet, local testnet, the change ID is 1237. So he telling you that they already using. But remember our Ganesh is 7545, not 8545. So that's why I save it first. So now you can see now, based on here, you change to your Ganesh. Okay, Ganesh network, and you can see your money is 100 either. So same thing for other account also. Other account all is 100 either already. Okay, other account also 100 either. So now finish this one. Not yet. You just setting up your back end to ensure you have the test network only. Okay. So now before move on, we need to have this. Step number 5. We need to connect to our we need to connect to our contract, the product.so file. We need to copy this. Copy this. The whole thing. Dump it inside your Visual Studio Code under a next part over here. Copy that. So now, from here, I enlarge it. Now, from here, everyone take notes before I let you to have a break. So I have a const. I will need to go and call for the function. Okay, the function name called access to contract. So this access to contract, why I'm given this? Because I have the button over here. When I click on the access to the contract, okay, this is the function name. Okay, I give. That's why over here I'm also using the same function name. So first thing, I need to have the API. This is what in your class I mentioned, important for the API. And I'm using by access to contract of field method. This one is the simplest method, but it's a simple and straightforward method. You can see the effect, but it's not convenient. Okay? And you need to define the address. You need to have a contract address. API and the contract address. Okay? And then after that, you're using your web tree. You can see over here you're using window web tree. Okay? Window web tree to link it to your contract. So now what you need to do here is you come to your metric over here, your remix over here. First thing, you using your first account. Here already have your account, and this account all from Ganesh. You go and deploy. Why you deploy? Because you need to have a contract address. Okay? You deploy, you go down, you already know over this side this is a contract address. You copy the contract address, copy this. Okay? After that, you paste back. Remember, you paste back inside the double quotations over there. Paste over here. No need to do. Remember, if you have the empty space, make sure you remove the empty space up. So inside the double quotation in there, you don't have any empty space up. So this is a contract address. So when you update your contract, you change your backend code, you deploy again, you need to update your address again. Okay, because the contract address will be updated. So now, API, you need to copy your API, so that's why you come into over this side. Go down, drag. Where is my API? Hold on, for API, okay. You go back to your. We got one copy from API. Let me see. Compiler. This one API. You copy this because now you are open from this source file. You have the API. You don't need to go and drag from your API file from the first line until the end. So you copy over here. It's much more faster. Okay? Copy your API from here and then you go and paste it back. Okay? Remember, you must have a semicolon over this side. Paste your API over here. Okay? You don't care. This is compiled already. Last time I told you why we need. Okay? Why I need to API? Why I need API? Why we don't need to have a source code? Because front end is interact to the back end using API. Okay, using the API. So that's why the API I paste it over there. Okay? So now we finish this part. Save. Okay? Save. Make sure you save. So now, before I let you go, first of all, we go and come back over here. we end of our server script. Okay, we end first Control C. Okay, after that we run the server script again, make the server to run for our, you don't want, you can directly refresh your page also. So just want to demo for you So that's why, so actually it's the same 127.0.0 column.5000. Make sure I work correctly. So now I'm connect to the MetaMask. It's already have it. Why? Because I already import my MetaMask, already have, and the current active account in your MetaMask is the account number 3. Okay? So when you change your account to other account number, let's say I'm going to have an account 1, so that's why connect to the MetaMask will be have. Now, I'm going to connect to the contract. Okay? To connect to the contract, just now we're using the Web3. So, not function now. Give me a minute. Okay? Give me a minute. Why not function now? Why not function here? Because your Web3 need to have a library where to refer to your Web3. So your next line is here. You need to add on this particular code. These 2 lines. Okay? Step number 5, you need to compile and deploy your source code contract. You need to go and deploy the head, and you need to add in your Web3 package. This line. Because they can't find the Web3 package to execute, to link to your MetaMask. Okay? So that's why this script, this line, you need to copy this. There is a different way to refer to the Web3 package. This is one of the way, one of the link. So that's why over here I'm coming back to here. I'm going to minimize this particular line. Too long, the API. Too long. Okay. So I already copy one. You go back to the update. Okay, you go back to the update, and because this is a import, so that's why I put inside the header this side. Okay, you copy and paste. So I'm refer to this task, and then I can go for the web3 min.js. You need to have this part. Okay, so you save it, you save this file. Then after that you refresh again. Okay, connect to the MetaMask, connect here. Okay. So once I press this one, I can connect to the product smart contract. So later on we go and call for get function. Okay? So those, I give breaks, those who want to have washroom, then you can go.
Why cannot?
Let me check. This one can, alright, so now I need to check your MetaMask. Your connection not correct. Okay, it's not 5,000. Browser 这边 browser 是 5,500. You do putting over there. Am I right? Okay, under your server 5,000. 5,000 never mind 5,000. Okay. 不管是 5,000 还是什么 ，OK。这边是 listen to 5,000 你的梅拉那这边的那个 code 给错了。这个。你的 damage。我要找回你刚才的 network， 你 network damage 是7535，对呀，7535，7535，是的 correct， 这个不要关啊 ，because of 你要这个 address 啊，你的 address 看一下，51，Okay, so we have the address connect. Anyone got a problem of doing that?
copy 的时候哈。
真的。有时候一点点错for JavaScript 就死掉了的，我跟你讲。OK， 它就死掉了，一点点 copy 错啊。所以有时候我不能叫你们去看，你知道吗？看啊，会浪费很多时间。OK， 看啊，看啊。OK， 一个 comment 罢了。那不是不的问题，是 comment。对了，the rest can not cannot， 有的 cannot， two of you cannot。